Hi, it's BillNote4Page here, and in this video I'll be talking about some of the stuff that I think about when I'm making custom LEGO builds. Right, so the first thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is inspiration. Any creative thing needs inspiration, whether it's a painting, a film, a book, some music, or a video game. And a LEGO build is no different. So for inspiration, I quite often look at official LEGO sets, video games, some other toys, just various different things. Whatever inspires you, I would say look at that when you're building a LEGO build, because that's what I tend to do. For example, here's Splatoon, and I built a squid from the game. I mean, that's just one example. I could give many other examples. But whether it's the visual presentation, or I don't know, the sound, the character designs, whatever element of whatever thing it is that inspires you, I'd say base your builds around that if you're going to base it around anything. Now, quite often inspiration can just come from looking outside my window, seeing an interesting vehicle or a tree or an animal, whatever it is. But either way, inspiration is definitely an important stage in building a custom LEGO build. Next thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is seed pieces. So seed pieces are when one piece inspires an entire build. So for example, there's this piece here, which is the transparent light blue stud piece. I saw that piece when I was looking through my parts collection. I was like, what can I use this for? And how can I use it in a build? And then I started attaching them to sort of these grey plate pieces, and then the entire build just came from there. Because I thought, well, okay, what has lots of circle shapes? And then my mind instantly sort of thought of a squid or octopus. And then combined with the grey pieces, I thought, this could make a pretty interesting mech, and then from there this build just happened. So sometimes builds can just happen from just looking at a piece and thinking, how can I use this in an interesting and unique way? So that's essentially what seed pieces are. In this part of the video I'm going to be talking about how I try to recreate stuff from TV shows, movies and video games. So what I do is I look at a picture and I study it for 30 minutes or I mean, it really depends on how big the build is going to be, but in general, I will study it for quite a long time and just look at the features of it, and then I'll pick out 2 or 3 key features and make those the focus of the build. For example, here I've chosen the eyes because the eyes of Splatoon characters are really big and really noticeable, so that's what I try to do in this build. However, with whatever build you're trying to build, I would recommend looking at a picture, studying it, and then picking out the key features, so then you can apply those to the build that you're making. The final thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is how I approach building LEGO sets. So for the most part I'll just build a set and put it on display and that'll be it. However, with some builds there'll be something that will catch my eye, like a new piece or a interesting building technique, and then I'll just stop and think, how can I use this in my own builds? That's definitely something that I'd recommend doing if you're going to be creating custom builds. Whenever something just sort of catches your eye and you notice it, I would say just stop and think about how you can use that. Because that will improve your techniques and how you build stuff. So overall, looking and thinking about official LEGO sets is definitely a good thing to do when making custom builds. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.